Welcome back to Tiny Grimes Games. Now I'm here with another Star Wars Destiny video. And with Legacies on the horizon, I thought I would put out my first Legacies deck idea. If you've seen my spoiler article on Tarkin, I think the dude is busted. This ability is insane. Remove 2 of your dice, showing the same symbol to deal 4 damage to an opponent. I don't care if it's indirect, it's 4 freaking damage. So here was my thought. What is the best way to really make this work? And I think it's to pair him with somebody who's super scary, and then have dice that have similar sides and do stuff. So here's the plan. This deck has Kylo Ren and his bonkers ability to just deal 2 damage when you activate him. That's a scary dude. They're going to want to kill him. I don't think they kill Tarkin first and just leave Kylo Ren alone. If they do, you load him up and then you just totally go to town. So we'll say they kill Kylo Ren first. In the meantime, you're loading up Tarkin with dice that are very cheap that allow him to make this happen. So an obvious include is Sith Holocron. Sith Holocron is awesome. But if you look at it, Sith Holocron has the following 3 sides. Special, resource, blanks. Blanks in this deck, spoiler, are awesome. So you look at Force Speed, blank, tons of specials. Those are both free. Datapad only costs 1. The same 3 sides. Special for resource and a blank. Dark Council, same way. So in other words, what you're getting is you're either hitting the good sides of these dice and taking the money to do stuff, or you're getting the +1 on the Holocron and the +1 on the datapad, and you're like, why do I keep rolling the wrong sides? Screw it, I'll just resolve them both, take 4 damage. And so if you're going to use datapad, I think you want to have good specials. So you've got your Holocron, which gets triggered, then you have your Mind Probe, your Force Speed, your Force Push, your Force Lightning. So it's like this deck with amazing specials in it, tons of blanks, tons of resources, tons of specials to be able to go with Tarkin. You just throw all this stuff on Tarkin, other than Force Speed, of course, let them kill Kylo, and then you're still left with this Tarkin doing piles and piles of damage. So, let's look at some ways to really exploit this. One seems to be leadership. Especially if they get crazy and go for Tarkin first. You just leadership early, you get another roll out of Kylo Ren. That's another shot at 2 damage just for rolling him in. That seems amazing. You have a really awesome card now in Manipulate. Manipulate was okay before. In this particular deck, it's going to be amazing. 0 cost, blank one of their dice, turn yours to a blank, they re-roll, you now have 2 blanks, whoop, you use Tarkin's ability, boom, for the face. That seems bonkers. Another interesting card, and I only put this as a one of because it might just be too expensive for this deck, but if it's not, Power of the Dark Side would be sick. Especially if you can get 2 of these and it ends up being a deck where it can go a little bit later. You're just rolling blanks all day and doing 2 unblockable damage. That could be really, really powerful. And then other than that, it's just sort of your standard removal suite. I put a lot of 1-ofs because I have no idea what the meta is going to look like. Doubt's always awesome, but a 1 Deflect, 1 Feel Your Anger, 1 Isolation. I don't know. We'll have to see if maybe there's better stuff that comes around. Basically, the whole event package is up for grabs except Manipulate. Even leadership, I have no idea if that'll end up making the deck. It might just be too cute. Power of the Dark Side might be too cute. But this deck is basically built around an upgrade package that's similar to this. It might not be this exact upgrade package either, but it's that idea of having cheap upgrades, especially Sith Holocron, that can vault into something amazing and proc Tarkin for 0 and 1. If you can get 2 of these down on Tarkin turn 1, and from turn 1 you do 4 damage with Tarkin, and then 2 more from activating Kylo, and then 2 more from one of Kylo's dice, that's 8 turn 1. That's super scary. Not to mention Tarkin has a 2 focus side to fix your dice so that you can make sure you have the 4, or you make sure you have the 2 on Kylo. And what do you know, Tarkin just happens to have a 2 indirect side on him as well. I'm really excited for Tarkin. I have no idea what the Tarkin deck is going to end up being that's best. This is my just first initial thoughts at, hey, this Tarkin deck looks pretty darn good. And I'm real excited for Tarkin. We'll see if Tarkin Elite Kylo ends up being one of the powerful ways to go. I'll see you next time on Tinagrams Games.